Yeah, I thought that the ball movement was phenomenal. I thought our pace was really good for most of the game. That's a good team, a physical defensive team. I think that if you're not able to get a quick inbounds and get up the floor and get into your actions quickly, if you want to play in a half court with them, they're pretty good. So I thought that our guys did a great job of trying to have multiple ball handlers getting a piece of the paint. Once they got to the paint with our different actions, they were able to make the right reads and kick out to some shooters. So to see 35 assists in the box score and just I feel like one of our guys even said something at halftime about like, this is fun. It's fun to play with a group that's unselfish and celebrates one another, and it's just going to make the simple play, the simple pass from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. I've talked to him a good amount about just like I've noticed his ability to set a tone. A lot of guys on our team, I think, look at him as a leader. He leads by example, and he's gotten better since I've been here in terms of the vocal leadership too. But because he plays so hard, he's so durable, he earns their respect every day with how he comes out and competes. And I think that his effort on both ends of the floor is helping our group. It's setting a tone. It becomes contagious with your group when you have somebody out there like that. So really proud of the effort that Miles has given throughout the offseason, throughout training camp. It's good to see him having some good performances here in the preseason.
It seemed like you guys were treating this like a regular season game. You guys were playing regular season minutes. How important is it to kind of establish these habits now so that when you start the season, you're already locked in?
Yeah, I think that the plan was to keep trying to build up their minutes as we went through the preseason so that we can properly prepare ourselves for that first game of the season. And I would say that our usual mentality around here is a workman-like mentality. Every day, we probably say it in the press and you guys get tired of it, but it's obsession with daily improvement. And so whether it's a preseason game, whether it's a summer league game, a pickup game, it's a phenomenal opportunity to start building some real habits, some winning habits, and some competitive habits. And so I think that our group is really taken to that, and I'm proud of the way that they've approached every preseason game, every practice that we've had so far during training camp, and we got to just keep building on it.
You said, guys said, I guess, during halftime that it was kind of fun to play that way. I mean, as a coach, when you hear that, especially, when you want the ball movement, everything else out there, guys to share the ball selfishly, what does that do to you? How does it make you feel as a coach knowing that guys are doing what you want them to do and feel that way right now after a preseason game?
Yeah, it feels good, but as much as we try to preach it, it's not really about us at the end of the day. Like, they have to take ownership of how they want to play offensively, and I think that we try to put them in some positions to be successful. So I'm really just like, I give them all the credit at the end of the day, because I've during my time in the league, if guys don't commit to it, if they don't buy into it, if they don't believe in it, they won't do it. And so it's great to hear that they want to take ownership of ball movement and playing together and playing fast. And that is a fun brand of basketball. It's fun to try to guard somebody with all five guys on the floor. It's fun to play offense with all five guys are able to unleash all their strengths and abilities. So I love what we've built, and now we just have to keep, like I said, building on that foundation.
You spoke a lot about the success of the Summer League and what that did for your group. The Swarm here in Greensboro made the playoffs for the first time this past year. What does it say about the overall organizational, pipeline to have the success during the summer and what Greensboro did this past year? What does that say about the future of your organization?
I think it shows the commitment we have to Greensboro and to the Swarm. It shows alignment, that everything is intertwined. And, as you see during our preseason games, Coach DJ Baker and his staff are there with us during training camp, down in the trenches and in every coach's meeting. And he's part of our player development planning process as well. And so I just think that it just shows the commitment we have to our players to make sure that we're investing in another resource for them to be able to have success and get valuable experience in NBA kind of systems and NBA game situations. And I think it's a phenomenal place to be able to come to Greensboro and get to play. It's a really good city. It's close enough to Charlotte that I think that we're still able to come to practices and we go to games. And so there's a bond between the Swarm and the Hornets, and we always say that they are part of the Hive family, and they matter, and everything that happens here matters. And that atmosphere tonight was just another testament to how great this place is.
You out-rebounded them by 23 tonight. Talk about it being this big, physical, strong team. What was the key to dominating a team like that on the glass?
I think all guys just committing to it. wanting to participate. We had a couple in that first half. We talked about it at halftime. I think they had 10 offensive rebounds and like 10 second chance points. And there's a couple possessions that we watched that we just had guys watching as that ball went up instead of getting a hit. And I thought that they responded really well from seeing that and then wanting to go out in the second half and make sure we kind of dominated the boards and that we needed everybody to finish possessions. It's great that we can play really good half-court defense, but if you can't come up with a stop, a great contest, and a rebound, it definitely wears on you. So credit to the players tonight for coming out in that second half. I think we gave up 1 offensive rebound and 0 second chance points. And so it just shows, again, the team is learning from experiences and then trying to find a way to respond and be better.
Hey, Charles, so pregame last game was a Devontae. Tonight he played 25 minutes, had 18 points, 13 rebounds, 9 of them being offensive. What did you see from him tonight? What are your continued expectations going forward?
I saw a man possessed, determined to just have a good performance and impact winning as best as he possibly could. I think that he played really well. I told him if he can continue to play with that type of ferocity and focus and impact on the game on both ends of the court, he's going to be really hard to guard. And so I was really happy with how Musa played tonight, and I expect that from him every night because I know what he's capable of.
What do you see from Khan as he tries to find his role and find his way?
I think Khan's done a great job of finding his way. I think learning things, picking things up, understanding his spots. He feeds really well off of the group. I think having some really good players around him and guys that obviously like want to support him, want to see him be as good as he possibly can helps. And then I think he's a darn good player himself and wants to impact winning and wants to just find ways to I don't even want to say fit in. I want to say add to the group. That is his impact out there. That's his focus, is to add value to the group, and he does it defensively with his competitiveness. I think that he's gotten a lot better with his like off-ball shift activity. It'll be funny. It'll be interesting to watch him just continue to learn the league. There's a couple guys that we talked about coming into the game. Maybe we mix in some more competitive unders, and he's so wound up and competitive. He closes the gap and goes over and allows their drivers to get in a piece of the paint. And so just trying to educate him a little bit on those things. But I'd rather have to tell somebody to like wind it down a little bit than always trying to wind them up. And so, and then offensively, I think you see all the things that he can do in terms of he's a great catch and shoot threat. He's actually a really good screener too, and he's like an unselfish player. And then I also just think that he continues to make the right decisions when he gets in the paint. He's made a couple of really good passes, and his offensive rebounding out of the corners, he's gotten a couple of big ones, I think, for us that really boost our spirit.